Hey, this is Syke Mochek from Slamcat, and you are rocking out to the Covenant Metal Show.
Hey guys, we are here with the one, the only, very, very dear brother of mine, Syke Mochek. Syke, thanks for being on the show, bro.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Dude, absolutely, man. And I think this is your first time on the show, actually.
It is.
Right on.
It's
right on.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Syke and I, we've been buddies for a while, and we hung out last year at Immortal Fest, and then Rockin' the River last year. You took over on the vocals, man, for Fear Not. That was awesome.
I
missed that one.
That was fun. Eddie had last minute cancellation, and the guys were like, "Hey, can you help us out? We don't want to cancel this gig and miss a ministry opportunity." And I was like, "Oh yeah!" I jumped right at it, and then I was like, "Wait a minute! I got two big shoes to fill."
Yeah.
And but we had fun, and it was awesome.
Very cool, man. Yeah, you did a great job. You guys played mostly it was mostly the older stuff, wasn't it? Or
yeah, that was kind of per my request.
Oh, okay.
And just that's more my vocal style, and nothing against Eddie. He just has that voice.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah, he does.
powerful, and
It's crazy. He's got a great voice, absolutely.
He does.
Oh, man.
He blew me away.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, hilarious. Yeah.
One thing that I think a lot of people may not know about you is you had this really cool band, dude, called Slamcat. Yeah. Tell us about that, bro.
We started in 92, I believe. Me and Jana. I actually met Jana in Cornerstone, the Cornerstone Festival.
Oh, really?
Near Chicago, yeah. And we both live in Tulsa. And she was jamming on guitar, and I knew some friends that stayed in a campground. I was like, "Who's this girl?" You know. And it's like, "Yeah, this is Jana. She's from Tulsa." I was like, "I live in Tulsa," you know. And back then I had a band. Yeah, I had a band here. She had a band, but we both let's write together, and then that turned into Slamcat, basically. Cool. And so yeah, it started out, and then had a couple member changes, and we got Dwayne on drums.
I didn't know you played drums, Dwayne.
Me neither.
Yeah, not that Dwayne.
Not that Dwayne.
Yeah, we got. And anyway, we it was during that time of we were kind of thrashy with little Galactic Cowboys thrown in, and
cool.
Oh yeah,
big influence.
I like Galactic Cowboys. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, Nirvana and everything was big, and Alice in Chains, and
yep.
And that was kind of the way music, shifted, and so by El Gato, that was kind of like, well, let's kind of shift toward that way.
That would be a cool name for a band, El Gato.
Yeah,
right.
That's the name of our CD El Gato de la
nice.
Slam, which we were in Houston, and I don't know if you guys know Kemper Kreb. He later joined Atomic Opera.
Right.
He was hosting.
He was also a part of another band.
Archangel.
Yes.
Yeah. And he was giving a seminar, that thing that we played at in Houston, and we walked in and we were late walking in, and he stopped, looked up, and he was like, "El Gato de Slam," and we just thought that was cool, and like it's called the album. Cool. We had just finished recording, so we called the album that. So Camper kind of came up with the album title.
That's great. That's great. I like Camper.
Slamcat, right there.
Yeah.
Greatest hits and misconducts.
Greatest hits
and misconducts. Yeah,
I never heard. I never heard.
Oh, dude, Rox Records put this out last year. Actually,
last year, yeah.
And dude, I love it, man.
I gotta listen to it.
I should pull the insert out, bring it to Mortal Fest with me, and have you sign it.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Very cool. So yeah, there you guys have it. Slamcat, greatest hits and misconducts, right there. And it's available at roxrecords.com. Seriously, make sure you guys go pick that up. Awesome.
Yeah, that was a blessing. Because a lot of people haven't heard it in years, and it's just hard to get. There's copies I don't have.
Rox Records
until it came out, dude.
Yeah, and there's somehow that Bill got our demos, and it's been remixed and remastered, and
that's awesome.
Set tapes. Yeah, and I don't have any of that stuff. So
Bill Rox is really good at coming up with all this music that you never ever heard of from all these different bands.
Dude, there's a lot of bands from way back when that I never heard of, because I missed out on the stuff from the 80s, even the 90s, because I didn't get saved until 2001. So I came to the game late, and it wasn't until 4 years later, 2005, that I actually started getting into Christian metal. So I had a lot of catching up to do,
Well, you did a pretty good job on catching up, because you know a lot of the older bands and stuff that I'm not even aware of.
That's where Dwayne and I
that I'm not aware of, and I was around at that time. I was listening to it at that time, but I'm not aware of some of the bands that you were into.
Yeah. So, is there any plans on any new music, or are you involved in any new projects or anything like that?
The reissue of the CDs kind of sparked. We're gonna write at least 2 or 3 new songs in Slamcat.
That's great.
And it's kind of like, what would we sound like today?
Ooh.
Woo!
And
you got to do 5 or 6 songs, bro. Making an EP, man.
Yeah, making it.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
With time wise and with the funds and everything. Well, we'll see. We're going to start out light. Jana is extremely busy. She has.
Get you guys out playing again too, man. That would be awesome.
Well, like I say, one step at a time.
Oh well, yeah.
One step at a time.
We haven't been together since 98. I think it was our last.
It's been
show.
A long minute.
We said our goodbyes, and so like a reunion show we talked about. We said that we weren't opposed to it. Mm-hmm. So if it's the right circumstance, right venue, I think we would.
God's
but
will.
Yeah, exactly. But I think we're at least going to get together and write 2 or 3 songs.
That's great.
And I've already penned some ideas, and I'm very happy. I'm supposed to get with Dwayne.
That's great.
Shortly.
That is cool.
It just turned out kind of anthraxy, so.
Ooh, nice. Now I know you sing, but you also play guitar. Is it guitar or bass?
Bass. I play bass and Slamcat. Yeah.
Right on.
And I just got me an 8-string bass and
8-string. Holy cow!
Yeah.
All right.
You got to get
it's a beast.
I can't even imagine. You must get some like real
can you
tones out of that?
Yeah, can you see that,
dude?
12.
So it's like
that is crazy.
Yeah, it's like a 12-string, but missing a string.
Yeah,
but yeah, you have your I can't really see. So you have your regular bass string, and then you have your octave, like a guitar string. So it's four bass strings and then 4 octave strings. So it's I don't know if you can hear it.
No, you need to turn the amp on, dude.
Well, yeah, I don't have anything turned up
because like I've only ever I've seen obviously 4-string, 5-string, even 6-string bass, but never an 8-string. That's crazy. Yeah. So
it's basically a regular 4-string bass with an octave for each string.
So that's an 8-string bass, not an 8-string guitar.
Yeah, bass.
Wow.
So those octave strings do they just because I don't play, so I mean those octave strings did they produce like a higher note or a higher tone? Okay.
Yeah, a higher note.
Wow.
And Doug Pinnock, he played the 12-string. So it's the same idea, it's just missing a different octave than the 12. It's just an 8.
I think the very first say 12-string acoustic guitar that I ever saw was Tesla back in the day, Love Song. They had a 12-string acoustic guitar in that song, and it sounded so beautiful. It really did.
Yeah, there's nothing. It's just that rich sound. There's nothing like it.
Yeah, it makes it a little more fuller, and I don't know. It's just the tones and the sound just very beautiful. So, how did you get into music? Like, I mean, what kind of bands did you grow up on, and what got you to decide, hey, I wanna play an instrument, be in a band? How did you get started?
Yeah, like a lot of musicians, my age, it's like Kiss. That was it, and the makeup era, and Kiss, and then Motley Crue, Shut Up the Devil.
Yeah.
Wow.
And there was just nothing like it for me. It's like, that's what I want to do.
Right on.
Like makeup, pentagrams, and rock and roll. And,
oh yeah.
So the evil, the better,
Yeah.
Man.
But
I was shocked. Like my first concert was Motley Crue. I was 16 years old. I was shocked that my parents even let me go. But yeah, I grew up on that kind of stuff, and I think we're all about the same age. Dwayne, you're 51, right?
Right.
Yeah, I'll be 50. Actually, the weekend right before, or the weekend of Immortal Fest, the following weekend, I'll be 50. So,
wow.
Yeah. Yep. Big 5.
So yeah, I mean, and of course, Priest and Maiden, it's like just
he never did admit his age.
Yeah.
What? What do you say?
You just kind of like went around the question of
you never admitted the age.
Oh no. Well, I'm still young.
Yeah, I'm like it's 65.
I'm 25 forever.
25 forever. There you go.
25 forever. But yeah, a short testimony back then. I knew it was rock and roll, and at an early age, in school, and it's like I didn't need math, I didn't need history, I just needed rock and roll because I was going to be on that stage, and that was all life was going to be.
Right.
Sex, drugs, rock and roll. And And like once I graduated, I mean, it wasn't what 2-3 months. I got out of school and just turned 18 and had a bad car wreck.
Wow.
Totaled my car, about totaled myself. and a friend come to the hospital, and I'm laying there. I tore my face up, broke my jaw. My jaw was wired shut.
Oh man!
And and just I looked like a monster. And he came up. He's like, "Dude, man, I saw your car. You're lucky to be alive, because I know God's got a plan for your life." And I'm like, "What?"
You can't talk because your mouth's wired, so you can't yell back.
Yeah. I'm like,
you had a pen and paper, big giant letters.
What?
I did. I had a pen and paper, but I was like trying to talk like this,
Oh yeah.
And
Been there, done that.
but he was just talking to me. I'm just like, but I'm thinking, why does God want me, And anyway, he came back later and he's like, "I want you to listen to these guys," and of course it's Striper.
Okay.
And I did. I had a little boom box there, and man, it was soldiers under command.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And the solo to Freely Surrender just got me. There's Oz Fox and the tremolo, and it reminded me of like Brad Gillis and Randy Rhoads, and
right.
And I'm like, wow, they can be Christians and just rock out and play metal.
Before Striper was big, it was everybody's idea of oh, the only songs that Christians sing is Jesus loves me, yes.
Yeah.
But
nobody was familiar with Resurrection Band or any of those other bands, though, right?
Well, I mean, some people were obviously,
Yeah, but it wasn't. Yeah. It wasn't really widely known like Striper was, and Striper.
Well, yes,
yeah.
But see, Striper, their case, they were on MTV. So
yeah,
yeah.
Went to Hell with the Devil in '87.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. But this is before that happened. This is right before they, got discovered or whatever.
Yeah. Like 85, 86. Yeah.
But I took that, and then I went backwards. I discovered Blood Good right after that. We had a radio station. It was like a contemporary Christian radio station, and at midnight they had a guy come in and he played Christian metal and heavier stuff.
Right.
Overnight, and he played Daniel Band and Rez.
Right. Nice.
And then he would play Blood Good, Barren Cross, Philadelphia, and these, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, what is this? They're all Christian, and so I went to the bookstore, buying everything, Saint. Yeah. And so I discovered, Daniel Band and all the bands before, And
he's probably thinking it's not boring being a Christian anymore.
Yeah, exactly. So and right there, I just did a 180 and got well, and when I was able to play again, started a little Christian band. Oh man, we were awful, but and it says make a joyful noise unto the Lord, and that's what we did.
Amen.
Oh yeah,
what a testimony, brother.
Psalm 33 verse 3. Yeah, sing unto him a new song, play skillfully with a loud noise.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about the skillfully part, but
that is a testimony.
Yeah, that is awesome, dude. So
basically,
you came to the Lord through Striper.
Yeah,
Striper. Wow.
It's like I came to the Lord through Striper, but I got edified and strengthened through through Blood Good and through Barren Cross, and that's what got me on fire. It's what got me fed and to get to the point of that's what I want to do. That's I want to reach these kids. It's what And it was just really cool getting to meet Les and talk to him. And you know, it's just he's such a great guy. You know,
he is absolutely. I'm going to switch gears just a little bit here.
Yeah.
I love talking about music, obviously, and this is a music show. But Syke, you and I both have. Did you have a question, Dwayne?
I was wanting to ask about his walk a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Without going on and on throughout Slamcat and just right before Slamcat and then during and after, we got really burnt. And through the church, through people, and just stuff that happened. And by the end, we were at each other, and it was just I give up, you know, and just kind of missed opportunities of the world and stuff that we gave up and sacrificed, and it was just like, Lord, we did this in your name, and we're not seeing any fruit, and we just keep getting pounded and pounded and pounded and pounded. And church after church, you know, using us and throwing us away and just getting abused in the church, you know. And anyway, somebody told me, he's like, well, that's just the devil. The devil wants you back so bad. You know, he's fighting for you. And I was like, you know what? The devil is fighting for me, and God's not. He wants me so bad, he can have me. Oof. And I walked away, and I said, God, if you're real, burn a bush in front of my face, and I will drop everything and follow you. Until then, I'm out.
Wow.
And I walked in the wilderness. I'm devoted to rock and roll, and I lived that lifestyle for a few years, and it's like God had his hand on me the whole time, but you know, I didn't see it. And long story short, just a few years ago, about 4 or 5 years ago, I was sitting on the couch, and Angel said, oh, it was Fat Tuesday, and she's like, what are you giving up for Lent? And she was joking. And for some reason, that just kind of hit me, and I hear this voice just kind of said, "Go." And I'm like, "What?" And so I look online, and for like a service or something, and I found a Baptist church that actually had a Lent service.
Oh wow!
And I thought, man, that's weird, but you know, a Baptist church. And then I heard it again. It said, "Go."
Dude, wow,
and I'm like,
chills, man.
And I'm like, okay, I guess I'm gonna go. I really don't want to. This is weird, and I did. I went the next day to the service, and I cried like a freaking baby. And I'm like, I guess I'm gonna give my life again, and I did. And I said, okay, God, I have a faith of a mustard seed, but I'm going to take baby steps. I'm not going to like jump into this, and I'm not going to tell anybody. I'm just going to, you know, and that seed grew and grew. Like the next year, I went back to that church and like, okay, it's been 1 year and I'm growing. And like the second year, it's like, okay, I'm in. I'm ready to jump in that water. And like each year, it's just I got on fire. And I thought about it, and it's funny because I said, God, burn that freaking bush, and I'll follow you. But what did he do? It was a still small voice. It said, go. It's what brought me back. It's like, I didn't want this, but he called me, you know, and I know a lot of people that he's calling back.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, I didn't want anything to do with this again, ever. Mm-hmm. And now I have family. I have you guys. I have people I met. I have
right on
people I knew, and sevenfold what I used to have. Yeah. You know, back in the day, and I'm on fire. and I've got that passion, but I feel like I have more knowledge, I did back then, and
That's one thing I've noticed is like, because I've hung out with you a few times, I've been around you a few times. There is just like something about you that I think draws people to you, and I think that is like people see Jesus in you, bro. And I think like the first time we met, dude, we met last year at Immortal Fest. We didn't even know each other, man. We met there, and something drew me to you, and it was just, dude, you emanate Jesus, man. You radiate Jesus. And so, and we got to talking, and look now, dude, we're brothers, man.
yeah,
I love it. God is awesome, dude.
yeah, I think it's cool. You know what? This Bill Rocks kind of brought us together on a professional.
That's great.
With the videos and stuff, and I'm like, Dave, how do I send this to you, and how, and you're helping me out, and we're on a professional level, but getting to meet each other actually was just like,
Oh yeah,
it was just so cool, like we automatically connected.
oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
And
Bros for life, dude. For
yeah,
yeah,
totally. And there's so many people out there that I didn't know from Adam, and just hanging out for 5 minutes, and like we're friends on Facebook, and it's like I've known him forever.
yeah.
And I just can't wait to see people again, at a Mortal Fest. And
Oh yeah, dude, it's gonna be awesome. It's like I realized, man, this Saturday, 3 weeks from this Saturday is Immortal Fest, and it's like we just had Immortal Fest like 2 weeks ago,
I
and
know,
now the
man.
next
They're
one's
quick.
coming up, and like, yeah, it's crazy, man. But now I have to go here, dude. I have to. Oh, did you have any other questions, Dwayne? Before?
Nothing I could think of at the moment. No.
Okay.
I guess I do have one question, but it can wait. I was just wondering what he's been doing in the last few years, but he kind of answered that a little bit. But I was thinking musically. But yeah.
No, but you were asking me earlier about musical. I have 2 or 3 things that I'm wanting to do.
Right.
I've been writing some demos, and I think this spurred from filling in the show with Fear Not. I've had this desire to do something musical, in
great.
the vein of like kind of Van Halen.
Ooh. Right.
Extreme, their new album just came out, and but anyway, my whole life has been like kind of heavy, thrashy, punky, Queensryche, just kind of.
Oh yeah.
I've never done anything, in that vein, and I have that side of me, from Def Leppard, and but anyway, there's a project that I want to do, and I have a couple guitarists in mind.
Cool.
And I want to put together kind of a super group. It's like I want that Eddie Van Halen Nuno type of guitar.
Cool.
It's just shreds and and intense, kind of that Steve Vai, kind of the David Lee Roth, Eat 'em and Smile era type. Fun but guitar driven.
Oh yeah.
And it's just something different. Venture kind of the Sammy Dave type vocal, and it's something different.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
At least a project,
Yeah. Sounds good.
So we'll see if that comes to fruition. Just kind of a project and see what happens. But I'm writing a couple of demos for that, and I'm kind of excited how that's coming. But anyway, that's what's happening musically, and play bass and sing. But yeah, I've written a couple demos so far, and
oh, dude, I can't wait to hear all that. Sincerely,
same here. Same here.
Yeah.
But like I say, it's God's will, and not
Yeah.
gonna timing. I want the right people, and
absolutely.
if it's next year or in a couple months, whatever, I just want it to
God's timing, right?
fun. Yeah, just want it to be fun.
Yeah.
And
Very cool.
And like I say, the Slamcat stuff, I want to at least get 2 or 3 songs going with that. So I got stuff in the future that I want to get going, but I just kind of itching to play,
Oh yeah. Again, guys, Slamcat, greatest hits and misconducts, excellent album, and it is available at roxrecords.com. I highly recommend you guys go and pick that up. Where can people connect with you? Are you only on Facebook, or you got other socials or anything?
Yeah,
like that?
Pretty much. That's my main. I'm dabbling in TikTok, I guess. I don't know. I thought about making some silly little bass videos or something, but I recently got into this ADD algorithm of these bass players, and it's like, oh my gosh, and one after the other, and they're like slapping and picking and tapping, and and I'm like,
slapping the bass,
slapping the bass, and I'll just sit there for hours and just like get lost in it.
Oh yeah.
And, but and then the stupid cat videos and stuff. But
cat videos. There you go. 2 things I like. I like a slap at the bass, and I like a kitty
slapping
cat.
the cat.
Well, Slamcat. There you go.
It's slamming the cat. Yeah.
Slapping the cat. Yeah, I don't think the cat's gonna like that much.
But just to be clear for all the PETA people out there, Slamcat is a moshing cat. It slam dances, so it's not slam the cat. It's the cat that slams. Just to make
it's slam cat, not smack cat.
Don't take him by the tail.
Yeah, we don't endorse slamming the cat. No.
Yeah, they don't smash guitars on stage. They just grab cats by the tail and whap.
Right. Put a warning. Say no cats were injured during the recording.
You know what? That's actually on the CD. No, no animals. Look on the back.
no animals were injured.
Yes, right here. It says no animals were harmed in any way, shape, or form when making this album.
There you go.
I loved it. Love it, dude. I like that.
Yeah, that was good. That was creative.
Right. We just want to be sure. We have to make sure of these things, because the world we live in now.
You got shirts on Anchor Merchandising, don't you?
Yes, we do.
Dude, I'm gonna have to get.
Yeah, Anthony hooked us up, man. He's
he
the guy.
Is the man. He is the man. I love that guy.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Anthony's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is unbelievable. And just the work that he puts in for the bands.
Oh, dude, and the quality of the products that come out, man. I mean, it blows me away. Like, I bought lots of shirts and stuff, off of Anchor Merchandising, even back when he was calling it ChristianBandShirts.com.
Yeah.
And dude, the stuff still holds up, man. It really does, And I need to get me some new Sanctuary shirts, man, because I bought one off of the Sanctuary website, and I don't know who their printer is. Not dissing Sanctuary, okay? So nobody, think that. But one of the shirts I bought, I've had it less than a year, and already the print is fading out. It's cracking and fading out and coming out.
Man.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh man, but I don't know who Anthony goes through, man, but they do a phenomenal job phenomenal. And I think it's more like digital print rather than silk screening.
Yeah, it's on garment print, and he makes sure that the product is good if something happens, and it's not. He will ditch that company and find somebody that's good, like these hats, you know. And I was like, we need hats, with the stitching. And he's like, the last people we had didn't do a good job, and I need to find a reputable people to do the job. And I'm like, did you find anybody? Did you find anybody? And he's like, yes, I finally found somebody to get the hats. But,
dude, it just blows me away. It really does. And it's like, if I can recommend anybody to him, I do it.
Yeah.
I share his posts. And did you see the new design that he came out with for Fear Not for Riptide?
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. And I asked him, I'm like, is that going to be on a shirt? And he's like, yes, sir. And I'm like, I'm getting it. At Immortal Fest, I'm getting that shirt.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say when I was talking about hats.
Yeah.
And he's got the new Fear Not hats. And man, they just rock. And the stitching and the color of the stitch just pops. I mean, it's just awesome. And then like the new t-shirt design.
Yeah.
Yeah, he goes for quality.
Oh yeah.
And when you get a shirt from him, it's going to be quality.
Absolutely.
And that's why as bands we go through him, because we know that the people that get our merchandise is going to get quality, and we can stand behind that.
Yeah.
And and then at the shows, he's working the booth, he's making sure that our people are taken care of, and he makes sure that we're taken care of. So I mean, he's just a outstanding guy. So.
Oh yeah, and case in point, at this last Immortal Fest, I paid up front for a new Weapons of Our Warfare Deliverance shirt with the album cover on it, and I paid, and they were looking through all their stuff. They didn't have my size. So then I told Anthony, I was like, well, how do we take care of this? Because, I mean, I already paid for it and everything. Should I go online and order one afterwards or something? He says, no, man, don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. Well, like about a week later, shirt in the mail. And I was like, that's my dude. Yeah, absolutely.
AnchorMerchandising.com.
You heard it from Syke. Wait, hold on. There he is. Syke's right there. You heard it from Syke first, right here on the Covenant Metal Show. Well, hey, Syke, I love you, brother, sincerely, and look forward to seeing you in a few weeks here at Immortal Fest, man. And I know we just saw each other in April, dude, but it feels like it's been too long.
Yeah, it has. And one more thing I wanted to say.
Yeah, go for
it. Johnny Person. And I wanted to say one thing. Showing my age there. About Immortal Fest Part 2. People that are watching and listening, if you haven't been, or you've been, you know what it's like. But if you haven't been, we urge you to go.
Yeah.
Find a way. Get your ticket. If you've been and you're going, grab a friend or two. Let's pack the place.
Yeah.
You have to go. That's all I'm saying.
Definitely.
Make a way to go, and it's beyond. We can't explain. The music, the bands are awesome, but it's about the fellowship too. It's about the people.
Yes, it is.
Right.
Yeah. So just go.
Well, thanks for being on the show, man, and
thanks. Yeah. Thanks for having me, bro.
Oh, dude, absolutely. And